no one from Mordia has discovered, or like is cooking, either or. Not it doesn't want to be. It can be a famous warrior. It's all of us slowly progressing, but it's not like the main thing he wants to be remembered by.
I think for Onyx, yeah, yeah, he would actually like to be remembered as a battle hardened warrior. Yet that is yet benevolent and yet is also a skilled healer. Uh, and 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 in a way, he was hoping his skills as a healer would basically make him a. He was hoping he would be remembered as basically not so easy to take down because of his skills in healing. But considering what happened today, it kind of makes sense that the only way to take down a strong warrior like Onyx was with the legendary weapon.
Yeah, and they very much took him down because he was the healer. Like you were keeping the rest of them alive, and they took notice of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, he will definitely be remembered.
Mikkel definitely wants to be remembered for something he has created. Like that's his entire life goal. Like he can die a happy man if he's created something that's quote unquote worthy to be wielded by a god. So that's what he's aiming for, really.
Kamala?
Never gave up, no matter what the odds was.
Yeah, I think of all the characters so far, I think, well, in Mordia at least, Carmilla has racked up the highest kill count for sure. She's taken down more minions than I think anyone. But yeah, unfortunately, just one madman with an axe is all it takes sometimes. Without further ado, we will return where we left off in Valhalla. I'm going to try and figure out why it keeps making the maps. I'll figure it out. So, where we left things off, it's as Onyx and Camilla had arrived in the grand hall of Valhalla, they were greeted by the imposing figures of Odin, the All-Father of the gods, and Tyr, who seems to have been silent so far, but the hall is filled with Erhinjar and the Valkyries that have welcomed you here into this hall, as Onyx's daughter Alma was waiting for him there, and she seems decked out in Valkyrie style armor, just like some of the other Valkyries here. And they both welcomed you in. She seemed to embrace you and seems to have grown up quite a lot, Onyx. But as we had left things off, Estrella had heard some strange rumbling, like engine-like sounds coming from out beyond where you guys had sort of sailed in from, and she had just approached Odin, who was looking down at her and was about to speak. And as we return to you here, he says to both of you and to a few others that are walking in along with you, say, "Welcome, warriors, to the hallowed halls of Valhalla. It is an honor to receive you in my realm. As Alma turns and says, "Oh, father, these are the brave souls I told you about. Onyx, my dear father, and Carmilla, the valiant blade of Braudovic. They have earned their place among the chosen." As they are speaking, you will hear that sort of engine sound getting louder. But are either of you going to say anything to them here as you are face to face with the All Father himself?
uh, yeah. So right now, like both Onyx and Carmilla hear this, like this strange rumbling engine of something of some sorts.
Yeah, it sounds like there's something drawing closer, but it still sounds like it's fairly far away, probably down at the bottom of the kind of mountain that you're on.
Yeah. For Onyx, yeah, hearing this, he would kind of take a look, kind of like look behind him and around, and then kind of look back. Yeah. And during this, he kind of touches his ear a bit, like wondering, is he hearing things? But then realizing he still hears it, will ask, what is that strange noise I hear? It is unfamiliar to me.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. If it was, Heimdall would have let us know a while ago.
Hmm. Hmm. I wonder, can Onyx make a insight check on that?
You can, absolutely. You can as well, Tom, if you want to.
Yeah. And I'm still under the effects of meditating with the giant, so I have advantage on my wisdom-based checks. Oh, 23.
Camilla, are you making one as well?
I did ask a request one, but for some funny reason it does not perform the role. But it neither does it show Onyx's. So I'm trying to reload the application to see.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Well,
see Onyx's
that's
role,
cool.
but not yours. At least
Yeah, I can also see Onyx's role there. So for now, yeah, Onyx, you find it very difficult to judge Odin's intentions. Like you can tell that if anyone was probably going to be able to lie to you and get away with it, it might be Odin. But he seems completely trustworthy here. He seems quite confident that
Okay.
you're in Valhalla. There's probably all kinds of battle sounds. Like you can hear it. There are all kinds of strange noises that are echoing around, but mostly it sounds like the party that's happening up here with all of these Einherjar who have just been
Okay.
battling all day and have come back to drink and feast. It just
Yeah.
that engine sound is a sound that would be completely unfamiliar to you. Like that's not there aren't cars or anything, like you wouldn't
Yeah.
that would stand
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Basically, to Onyx, it sounds like some kind of beast or something. and yeah, and yeah, to Onyx, basically, in the end, yeah, all he would feel is just glad to see his daughter and to be reunited again. Yeah, I think that's on his side. Like he's here, he's reunited with his daughter. Yeah, that's what matters. Yeah, and nothing to worry about.
So Carmilla, for you, you would also hear that sound, but write it off almost as you will see Odin producing what looks like two sheaths with very finely crafted um, handles of blades sticking out of them, where he holds them in front of him and he says, "Carmilla, I have seen the fire of a true warrior in your eyes. We are sad to see that it ended so soon, but if you would be interested, there is a position here amongst my dear friend Tyr and his Valkyries. We are building somewhat of an army, and we could surely use someone of your talents. Perhaps, if you were interested, these swords may be of use to you. And he holds up two blades that look quite similar to your own, but you will see that these are like godly Valkyrie swords.
And why would I be interested in something that is less?
Than the blades you have already.
Yes, those are truly better than those pale imitations.
Well, I'll tell the dwarves you said so. I'm sure they won't be too impressed, but you are right, those are very fine blades that you carry. Maybe we could enhance them somehow and improve upon what you already have. Would that suit you better?
That will suit better, yes.
Very well. I think they would look quite good in gold after all. And as he says this, you will hear that engine sound just roaring as it grows much louder and much closer, and you'll see some of the people taking a step back in surprise as a massive infernal motorcycle ramps up onto the entryway here, ridden
Right.
by this giant goblin.
Okay. For a second, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh no, it's Lobo."
I mean, it's not dissimilar to
It's
Lobo.
not that far.
Yeah, very similar
Yeah.
vibe as he kind of screeches in on the side of this infernal motorbike. Have I actually got any? Oh, I do. The bike looks a bit small. But here you will see this creature come like drifting into the palace, and the Valkyries all lift their spears. The Erinyar start going for their axes, but Tyr just raises a hand, and they all kind of freeze, just waiting to see what happens. As yeah, you will see this goblin King Guk speaks and shouts, "Hold your tongue, All Father! These mortals deserve to know the truth. You are not to be trusted." And Odin just replies, "King Guk, your presence here is unexpected. What brings you to Valhalla?" He says, "I've come to offer my daughter a better choice. Camilla, my child, do not be swayed by Odin's honeyed words. He's a deceiver, a betrayer, and I offer you a chance to return to the mortal realm with me. Don't accept his golden bastardry. Get back on this bike and come with me now." You can make another history check or an insight check if you want, as this creature claims to be your father, Kamala, and everyone in this hall is just sort of frozen, looking at him, waiting for the order to attack.
What is it with times today?
Yeah, I mean, with an 11, you'd be kind of 50-50 on like, is that my dad? Like, I have no idea. I don't
I
know.
wonder. Are you talking about this large character token?
Yeah, down at the bottom
Oh,
of
okay.
them. If you
Oh,
hover
okay.
over it, you'll see the kind of the closer to
Okay,
the
I see.
vibe that is actually writing.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, Kamen, I'll sort of leave it up to you, as you would like I'm not sure what stories Camilla would have been told about her father, or what she would know. So how would she interpret seeing Guk riding in here right now?
She would be confused. She would be confused, like, well. Then again, she'd also be like, kind of like, okay, so it confirms he's dead, but. She will be pondering. Yes, you'll be pondering for a moment. Oh, what was this? Yeah.
Well, while Camilla's sort of trying to figure out what's going on here, Alma is going to say to you, Onyx, you will see her drawing a blade, and you will see these small golden wings starting to unfurl from behind her, as she seems to have the wings of a Valkyrie, and she kind of starts to stand in front of you, almost as if to protect you. Um, and she just whispers, she says, "Don't worry, father. I will not let these fiends take you."
Yeah, Onyx will say, "Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere."
She'll pull out. She she like starts looking for a shorter blade, and then remembers that you don't really fight with a blade.
Yeah.
This as well. If you're up for it, it would be fun to fight at your side after all these years.
Yeah. Yes, but at the same time, I want to see how things play out here. With Carmilla. Yeah,
Indeed.
and to Onyx, and I will say to Onyx, seeing his daughter have these Valkyrie rings, he's actually not that surprised, because he was honestly expecting his daughter her to be if she'll be recruited into Valkyries. He was actually expecting it.
Yeah, you will see on her armor there will be the symbol of Tyr as well. She seems to be one of his Valkyries.
Okay.
She kind of, as she says this, and takes a sort of defensive stance. You also see from the sort of the headdress that she's wearing, like if you look at the art,
Yeah.
you will see from those silver portions over her face will drop a golden sort of face mask, similar to what Tyr is wearing, less gold,
Okay.
engraved gold. Jack just says again, "Camilla, please don't be blinded by their false promises. Come with me, and together we can forge our own destiny, free of the whims of these false gods. I don't know how long Zeus is going to be able to keep that Heimdall busy. We've got to get out of here now." And you see the other Valkyries starting to slowly move in towards.
Make their own destiny. That's the key word. As I just
Ooh.
run and just, yay.
"You will regret this, Camilla," Odin shouts after you as Tyr gives the order, and all of them are going to just start swarming in towards you, as Alma included is going to charge after Camilla, and they are going to start trying to attack you both. As Guk revs the engine, you jump onto the back of the bike, and he just spins the wheels as he ramps off of the side of this cliff and out into into Valhalla. And with that, we're going to. Well, first of all, as this like army of warriors of Valhalla just start chasing after them, Onyx, are you going to give chase with them?
Like, I wonder, is his daughter also chasing them? Like, basically,
Yes,
is
she's-
Alma.
she's absolutely-
Yeah, Onyx will follow behind. Yeah, he wants to see his daughter in action. Like he's gonna be a proud father, like 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 that kind of father.
Okay, right. So, as this this army of warriors chases after Guck and Carmilla, we are going to go back to the material realm, where Gorm and Mikil. I may need to clean up what's happening on the map, but you find yourselves as the dust settles from the fierce battle. You stand victorious in the heart of the mountain fortress, surrounded by battered remnants of your allies and the defeated forces of Volblader, as Volblader himself has been carried away by the Nor tribe Goliaths to be dealt with in their traditional manner. But at this point, um, yeah, there have been a couple of your warriors coming in to congratulate you, but there are wounded that need to be tended to, and there are still some fortifications that need to be made. You may need to check the integrity of this place. But what would you guys be doing here after your last conversation last time? Yeoman, by the way, is still unconscious. He seems like he's suffered a very bad concussion, may have brain damage. He's kind of in a coma right now.
So about the same status as normal German.
Feel Camilla's severed head judging him still.
Even in death, they still act like a bickering couple. So I suppose Mikkel's the first thing he would be doing would, as you mentioned, checking the integrity of this fort, seeing like if there's any things we can use, any things that they might have left over, or stuff like that.
You can make an investigation or a survival check to try and see if there's any weaknesses that need to be addressed or anything like that.
Oh boy. Okay, that's 22.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you go make your rounds and you check all the places that have been damaged by the siege, and put out some of the fires that you started yourself, as you can easily command some of the troops to go and shore up the defenses. As you identify all of the potential weaknesses, and before long this place will be fully secure under your control. The remaining defenders and whatnot may still need some inspiration, but most of them are celebrating at this point.
All right. Well, I don't suppose you have any good ideas, Gorm?
Since I believe Carmilla's mother was one of the ones leading the charge with us, I guess I'll pick up Carmilla and head out. Can't really carry everyone at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, the archers were still way out in the middle of the field, so they're still outside and would just be kind of making their way towards the fortress now, as the rest of your troops are making their way in, and you would see Ingrid and Victoria is sort of walking together. Just for, we can just do it outside. Yes, as you bring her out, you would see Ingrid kind of rush towards you and looking quite shocked as she sees what you are holding.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'll just turn towards Carmela's mother and say, sorry, but this battle was deadlier than expected.
You see her, she just kind of frowns. She didn't react as emotionally as you might expect, as she just, like, she looks annoyed more than anything as she walks up, and she will take Kamala's head in her hands, and she just sort of cradles her face as she looks at this severed head, and she just shakes her head and says something in Elvish that you don't quite understand. Just like sounds like she's almost swearing in Elvish.
I also don't speak Elvish, so that tracks.
Yeah, that's what we established last time when you got that note. But as she says that, she will look up at you and she will just say, "Thank you, Gorm. I did not expect for this to happen. In fact, this is never supposed to happen at all. The gods have the gods have failed us. If this is true, please allow me to take her. I would not see her burned with the rest of our dead. This is an elven matter."
She's your daughter, of course.
She will just nod to you in thanks, and um, Ingrid will stay here and help her to kind of prepare the body for travel. But it seems like as you see them kind of kneeling down, you're going to see Victoria take out a gem. It looks like a spell gem, but you can give me an Arcana to see if you recognize what it is,
Oh, I'm very good at Arcana.
or Arcana or religion. Actually, this is a religious item.
Yeah, I'll go religion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no idea. No idea.
Yeah, it looks like a ruby or something, some kind of red stone that she puts into. Uh, you will see she'll put onto Kamala's body as they start to wrap it up, and yeah, you'll see her also with the seven. Yeah, you wouldn't really be able to identify what she's doing, but it seems like she has got some sort of ritual or something prepared, some kind of special elven funeral rite that she wants to perform. But they will sit and go over this as Ingrid asks you and everyone else. We saw many bodies on the way up, but are all the other officers alive?
Onyx also did not make the fight, and Yorman suffered some severe damage, but he will be fine.
You see her kind of close her eyes just she seems like hurt at the loss of Onyx, and you can tell it's like a good medic being gone is she feels that one as she just says, ah, poor boy, we will make sure that they are dealt with appropriately and complete. We'll do a nice funeral when we get back. I'm sure they have already found themselves in Valhalla after today. Well done, my son. I'm glad to see that you are alive. I'll be inside soon to take a look at Yormund.
Thank you.
It would be about this time that Mikil, you would return after getting some of those defenses shored up and whatnot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, for you guys, it's a sort of a case of planning your next move from here. But you have successfully secured this fort. It is now under Braudovik's control, and we'll be able to look at the strongholds and fortresses book to see how you can use it. But for
Yep,
now, it is yours.
Yep, and I think Mikkel has that legendary axe right now in his hands. Correct.
We handed it away, I think.
Oh, okay.
Correct me if I'm
not
wrong.
yet.
We still
Oh, yeah.
have it. We have to go to the chieftain.
Chief. Yeah.
Yeah, so some of the Goliaths that you would have encountered while you were walking around as well, they would all have congratulated you, in particular, Mikil, as a couple of them, you would hear them saying things in Giant, which I think you do speak, right?
He does not.
I speak Dwarvish and Common.
Really? No Celestial?
No Celestial.
But it was sworn.
I'm
Never
just
mind.
a little guy. What can I say?
Gotta learn.
Yorm-
Gotta. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's just it's Yormund that spoke Giant. I mixed them up. Oh, okay. So yeah, you'd
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
them. They'd be coming to greet you, Mikil, and like give you pats on the back and shake your hand, and they'd mutter to each other in Giant, almost like they've just seen a celebrity, like the way their body language is, but you don't understand what they are saying to each other. They just seem excited and happy that you have reclaimed that axe.
I'm just gonna curse to myself, like, oh, where's Katja when you need her?
Should we head out and meet the chieftain?
Let us. We probably want to take Yorman with us. Actually, wait, no, that's a bad idea.
My mother will be here soon, so
Yeah,
he'll
exactly.
sleep there for now.
Our men will party and feast, and we will go deal with the official business. Such is the life of officers. Right. It's time to leave.
So you guys can, yeah, if you want to try and, did you say you're going to rest here for the night and just, because it is like 6:30 at this point, about 7 o'clock at night.
We can
I
rest
think-
here. I think we're pretty secure.
Yeah, that is true. I don't suppose the chieftain would want a abrupt night visit.
Well, we can still talk to him, but just
Oh, yeah,
spend the
true,
night
true.
here.
I didn't
I'm
think
just
about
not
that.
sure if our chieftain is here.
The
I think our
chieftain
Jarl.
the chieftain and the Jarl are back at Braudovic.
Oh,
There is one of the Goliaths that is like the leader of the Goliaths that you brought with you. If you want to talk to him, but yeah, the axe did belong to the chieftain, and you know that it was Katya's mission to retrieve it. So yeah, the chieftain would be the one to give it to. But if you do want to speak to one of the other Nor tribe Goliaths, they are some here.
I'm thinking we just save the conversation to the chieftain and the Jarl.
Sounds good.
Okay, so then if you guys, yeah, you guys can spend the night here, take a long rest the as the troops will gather up any of the bodies that need to be taken back to Braudavik for a funeral, which will probably happen in the next like 5 days. But you guys can, yeah, you can either make a straight intelligence check to try and like devise a plan for fortifying the fortress, resupplying their forces, and like coordinating a return to Braudavik with all the troops, or you can make an insight check to just and sort of anticipate what the commanders are already planning and where you can join in.
So it's each of us makes a check.
Yeah,
Or
so it's in intelligence to, it'll be a group check, but just between the two of you. Intelligence to kind of command and lay out your own plan, or insight to try and fit in with the plan that is already sort of being established.
Oh boy. What do you think?
it's like a plan according to like heading back, or like in general. Like
I think it's in general, like
Yeah, heading back and leaving this fortress like uh, well under your control.
yeah, I'll say intelligence, Mikhail. It's all yours. Or it's a
Oh.
group check.
oh boy.
So
Just
it's
a
both of
straight
us.
intelligence.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can I guide myself?
you can.
That's a dirty 20.
Good.
That's a oh,
Ooh.
almost natural one. 24.
Okay, yeah, no, that is absolutely great. Are you guys doing anything in particular to succeed here in planning the next move?
Well,
Hmm.
I'll speak. I'll well.
I think he's gonna take
I'll
an orthodox like approach.
yeah.
What's with feasting, he's gonna go around to the different soldiers, hear what they're saying. Like they might not be saying a lot of smart stuff, but we could extract or interpolate some of these things they're saying, and we could use that for future planning.
I was mainly thinking what to do with the fort,
Fair.
and there was a something that was come to our attention a bit earlier. Not in a bad way, but us and the Goliaths are well not a compatible match in living wise. So if the yard allows it, maybe we should give them
That is true.
control of the fort. We have allies here in the east. We don't exact. I don't think we have the troops all by ourselves to hold this fort. We'll need help either way.
Well, you kind of do now. This is this is within your domain now, so yeah, it seems far because of the scale that we've been on, but this is well within your domain and within your ability to control now with the troops that you have. Because Bradovic is kind of expanding, and with a lot of the units that you brought with here, you'll be able to leave some of them in control of this place. But yeah, who you put in here as the like commander is up to you. If you want that to be one of you guys, or if you want that to be an NPC, yeah, there's plenty of people that you can choose for that job.
So we could definitely.
Maybe one of the Goliaths.
Well, my offer still stands. The ER allows it to give them control of the fort.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We put them in the fort, so they shit and do the fun stuff over here, and then we'll still be able to call upon them.
Yes, and I think Brodovik will not mind that much. As I said, they're a bit destructive, not in an evil way, but it's just
Yeah, true.
how they are.
And the Jarl did mention at some point that he wanted them kind of out of Brodavik. So we. So no, yeah, it's two birds with one stone. We can still use it as a staging point, and we rid Brodavik of a feces infestation.
I don't know if it's a feces, but damage in general.
True. Hello.
Hello.
So I'm just changing these.
No, that's all I have.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's a
So
good idea.
so with that, then you guys take your long rest and prepare to head back to Brodovik in the morning. Just making sure. Yeah, as the sun starts to rise, we are actually going to go back to Carmilla and
Onyx. In
Onyx
Valhalla?
for a moment,
Okay.
as you guys have just ramped over the side of this mountain and back towards the rivers. But as you are getting back down there now, as you're getting to like ground level, and you are chasing after this madman on a bike with Camilla on the back, and you are in this horde of Valkyries chasing, you'll notice that river has turned to blood, and down here on the ground, it doesn't look quite as holy as it did up top. And I'm realizing I played the wrong thing. But yeah, you guys are in somewhat of a chase scene right now, so I will move your tokens as appropriate. But what are you going to do as basically from both sides of the chase? Onyx, you are chasing, and Camilla, you are being chased. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, come on. Would you like to go first?
No, you can go first. I'm currently fixing the stream as I can see the map isn't loading.
It's loaded for everyone else.
Okay.
I see. Yeah, for me,
I see it for me.
And it is
So-
now loading. Yes. Now back in.
Okay. Okay, so in this scene, so I see that. So right now, this motorcycle man took Carmilla like over this blood river.
Yeah, they're riding on the edge of it, and you guys have just flown down from the top. You're kind of on the other side of it, but there are Tyr is chasing down the middle of the river, just like running through the blood.
Oh, Tyr is actually there with us with his Valkyries.
Yeah, and with an army swarming around him.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh, what a sight!
Yeah, you're part of the army, so we'll kind of say what you and Alma are doing is somewhat mirrored by the rest of the group.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more curious to see how what Carmilla does first.
I will say also, if Mikkel and Gorm, if you guys want to jump in and describe something from one of the like Valkyries or an Erhinya to just add to the scene, please do. Yeah, Onyx, are you doing anything? I mean, I assume Alma is the one flying you down there, like
Yeah.
probably holding you as she carries you through the air and just says, she's like, "Is that a friend of yours?"
Yeah, Onyx will say, "Well, we're acquainted. We don't know each other that well, but from what I've known or heard, while she was in the living realm, apparently she was a vampire. I I don't know much more than that."
Oh, well, the undead aren't supposed to be here. Well, not ones like that anyway. I'm sorry we'll have to do this. And she just continues flying forwards.
Hmm. Yeah, for now, Onyx is curious. What like if there's Carmilla will do something unique while uh while riding through the land here.
So we go back down to Guk as he shouts over his shoulder. He goes, "Oh shit! Keep him off our back. When we see lightning, that's where we're supposed to be going. Where is he? Where is he?" And you see he's looking up into the sky for something as the two of you race down the edge of this.
Well, then I will be looking out for that lightning.
Okay, you can give a perception check if you're looking for the lightning.
Oh crap!
What is with dice today?
I don't know. The dice gods are now saying no. You cannot do this.
So, Kamala, as you look up into the sky, you will, instead of seeing lightning, you will see a Valkyrie flying towards you and thrusting a spear at you. I need you to please give me a deck save as she tries to stab you off the back of the bike.
Here it comes. This is how she dies again.
Oh! Oh no!
I'll say your King Guk gives you advantage because he's the one driving the vehicle, so he tries to swerve and he'll give you the help action, basically.
Oh, okay,
Yay!
good. I
Finally a
almost saw
good
that.
roll.
Yeah, I almost saw that 3, but then it got to a 16.
So yeah, as you see that spear coming towards you, about to impale you, you feel the bike lurch, and it just helps you dodge out of the way. As Guk shouts again, he goes, "You've got to do something to keep them back, otherwise we're never going to get out of here. Come on, you're my daughter, aren't you? Show me you can fight."
Oh gosh, a father-daughter duo, unexpected, on both sides. I just realized that.
Yes.
But then we'll go back to Alma and Onyx in the air, as you can see the Valkyries now swarming around the bike, trying to attack them. And Tyr has ordered Alma to make these attacks as well. So she's sort of expecting you to join in here. What do you think? I mean, I'll leave the sort of flavor of this to you. What do you think Alma and Onyx would be doing here?
I think for Onyx, he'll basically he's thinking about predicting the movement of where Carmilla. Basically, I think for Onyx, he'll direct his daughter to basically try to, if she can attempt to try to circle around and cut them off, essentially, wondering about the pathway of where Carmilla and this King Guk will go, predicting the pathway.
Okay, you can make a survival or an investigation check to try and predict that.
Okay. Okay. And you know what? To make this fair, I'm just gonna do normal rolls. I'll just say that the meditation
Well,
stuff more often.
I'll say she helps you as well, like Guk
Oh,
is
okay.
helping Common.
Okay. Okay, then advantage on survival check. 25.
Oof, nice. Okay. So with the 25, you realize that where the path that they're taking kind of curls around this mountain, and you can see that there is like a river of blood that is streaming down that they're going to have to pass through. It nothing like the big river of blood that you're flying over, so they'll probably get through it easily. But as you realize that's probably going to block their view, you might be able to cut them off, and you dash further down, where you will see, as you turn the corner, you will see a figure flying in the air that it would be quite a strange figure for you to see, as you see a young Zeus with an eagle on his shoulder throwing lightning bolts at these Vikings that are swarming underneath with axes, and like they're climbing out of the blood. You can see these are warriors of Valhalla, and he's just keeping them at bay. As you will also notice, lying in the side of the mountain, you will see a crater, and in the center of that crater, you will see a figure that looks like he's unconscious, and you recognize that to be Heimdall. But this figure, you can give me a religion check to see if you would recognize him.
Okay, religion check.
Yeah, just a straight religion. No advantage on this one.
Oh yeah, just a 9.
Yeah, you have no idea who that figure is. He looks like he has some sort of godly power, and you think maybe that's Thor, but that's not what you thought Thor would look like, as he's literally throwing lightning bolts, no hammer.
And right now I see a unconscious man, someone unconscious.
Yeah, sort of embedded in the mountain. It seems like this guy must have put the Heimdall into the mountain.
Okay, right now he looks unconscious to Onyx. Not dead,
Yeah.
just unconscious.
He does look unconscious, but as you round the corner and you see this figure throwing lightning bolts, he's going to see you and this sort of swarm of Valkyries, and he's going to throw a lightning bolt at you. So I need you to please give me. Just checking.
Yeah, I assume deck save.
I think it might be con.
Oh, con. Okay.
Oh no, it is Dex.
Okay. So deck saving throw, regular roll.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh. So as you see this figure like pull back a lightning bolt and throw it at you like a javelin, Alma just swerves out of the way, as you're going to have to kind of pull her out of the direction of this lightning bolt as you see it coming, using some of your monk shit to avoid a lightning bolt from Zeus himself.
I wonder what was DC if I'm if you'll allow me to, if you can
I
answer
will
that.
not. As a god, you have no idea.
Okay. but still, with the
you
nat
did
20, I
make-
succeeded. Yeah.
Yeah, so Guk and Carmilla, then, as you will see this lightning bolt fly out towards Onyx and Alma up in the air, as you guys reach this flowing sort of river of blood that you're going to be able to easily drive through, but you're going to be splashing through this river as you are still getting swarmed. And up ahead now, you will also see Zeus that has just thrown this lightning bolt, and that seems to be where Guk is driving to. So Camilla, is there anything you're going to do?
I just found something really funny in my inventory. I don't recall how it got there, but why not use it? So, you say they are like flying over the river or something like Onyx and
Yeah.
well, just gonna pull out a bomb and throw it there, hoping that it's like either the blast or maybe a splash of the river hits them.
Cool. How much damage is the bomb supposed to be?
Let me just see if it will. Just a second. It's hating me. Let's see if it will then allow me to post, because it just says blah 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 incapacitated.
No, it's not getting it because you're dead.
Second, and I can disable that for a moment. Boom. Let's see what. Wait, it does not say anything about. Really?
No. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Well, it's not gonna. The damage doesn't matter that much, right? Right here, as you throw that bomb into the air, you can give me just give me a whatever your ranged attack would be usually. So just give me a bow attack. What was it?
17.
Okay, with the 17, you fling this bomb out towards them, and it sails past them. It doesn't look like it's going to detonate next to them. And then you will see a second lightning bolt come flying in and hit the bomb for this massive explosion that pushes Onyx and Alma off course. I need Onyx. You can please give me a strength saving throw on this one as the shockwave tries to knock you guys out of the sky and plunge you into the river of blood.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay.
I figured it out.
20. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. So as Alma is sort of knocked into a spiral. Oh, did you find them?
Yeah, I found out why.
Yeah, but still, it's epic
Yeah.
for Onyx.
So as Alma is kind of knocked spiraling with Onyx's save, you manage to pull her right in the air, and you guys both sail right down to the point where Guk's bike is about to reach this sort of horde of Valhalla warriors. And as he arrives, you see him pulling out a blade and just slicing through several of them to just clear a path as they seem to be approaching you. And you see the guy with the lightning up above start to open like to sort of strike lightning down underneath him in this continuous arc that seems to be opening a gateway. But you guys have managed to position yourselves between well, you're on one side of the gateway, like it is on the map. So Guk and Camilla are riding in towards the gate. You guys are on the other side of it. What are you going to do there, Onyx?
So right now I see this gateway, like this portal of some kind, correct?
Yeah, it looks like Zeus is opening a portal seemingly out of Valhalla.
Hmm. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I've. Hmm. Man, it's yeah. Onyx is honestly, Onyx is curious now, but now he's a bit conflicted. He's really curious about this fodder of Carmilla King Guk and the strange godlike being who who, who fought Heimdall is now unconscious. Hmm. Like like he's curious about the conflict, but at the same time, he also does want to help out his daughter, see her in action, and right now he's conflicted. Either right because Onyx right now he has uh, like he has quite a curiosity. He's wondering, should he attack this godlike being or uh, attempt to sneak onto the bike and and see where they're going.
You can see Elma is still sort of recovering from her crash landing, but she is, as she's getting to her feet, saying, "I can't allow them to get away. No, Tyr will never forgive us."
Hmm. Okay then. All right then. With that, Onyx will be persuaded to help out his daughter. Uh. Okay. What to do? What to do? Uh. Uh.
Well,
Oh
I'm
man,
gonna
this
say,
is.
as you're standing there conflicted, that bike is getting closer, and Carmilla, you will see Onyx standing there, like deliberating whether or not to get in your way. Is there anything you're going to do in this last moment? As you can see, your bomb didn't quite knock them into the river.
Damn it. No.
Okay, so right now, Guk is gunning it for that portal.
Oh.
Onyx,
Okay.
you and Carmilla sort of make eye contact here, looking at each other.
Okay. You
Neither
know
one
what?
sure what to do.
Okay. You know what? Onyx will decide to. Yeah. You know what? He's gonna he's gonna be ballsy. He's gonna attack this godlike being because why not?
Okay, so you can make an attack. How are you going to attack him when he's up in the air? But
Oh
I
wait,
mean,
he's
you've
up in
got
the air.
Alma can help you with like a combo move or
Oh,
whatever.
oh wait,
You can just
hold on. He's up in the air, correct? How far?
yeah, he's up probably about like 30 feet in the air, and underneath it, this gate is opening of lightning underneath him. You can see it looks like he's holding one lightning bolt in
Oh,
his
okay.
hand that is just extending underneath him. But he's
Okay.
shouting at Doc to like hurry up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Onyx beforehand. I did. Yeah. I wanted him to activate beforehand. The jump. His ring of jumping. Beforehand. In mind. In his mind. And while during the chase.
Yeah.
So what will happen is, Onyx will use is step of the wind. Oh wait, hold on. Let me heal it. Onyx up a bit. Right now he's incapacitated. Okay, there you go. Just keep that. Okay, there you go. There you go. They use the step of the wind, and basically not only does it uh, double his movement speed, but his jump distance is also doubled, stacking with the 3 times ring of jumping. So what happens is that he's basically gonna make a high run 10 feet and make a high jump. And high jump rules state I can I can basically get a vertical jump. So it's 3 plus strike mod 4, which is +4 for Onyx, so 7. With the ring of jumping times 3, 21. With the step of the wind times 2, 42 feet in the air. So he's able to reach uh, essentially reach this figure who's in the air. And yeah, I want to make a unarmed strike and attempt to do a stunning strike.
Okay,
So
you can do that, but don't target him because I've just realized his AC is not working properly. So you can just wanna
okay,
fix-
just make a unarmed strike roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Unarmed strike. Let's see what happens. Will I roll another nat 20 on this one? Let us see. 14. Can I make my second attack roll?
Yeah. Just this flurry of attack.
Oh no, the dice gods have decided it's another 14. Nope.
Okay, yeah, so as you just unleash these attacks, you punch and you land these hits, but you can see the guy that you're hitting doesn't feel them at all. He just slowly
Yeah.
like turns his head to you, and you see lightning just arcing out of his eyes, glowing with white with this light, as he just looks at you and he goes, "Brave or foolish? I can't quite tell." And he just swipes his hand and is going to like swat you basically, and you are going to take a wind striking unerringly. It doesn't even have a 2 hit, but I'm going to make it a lightning sword as he just like whips out his hand and swats you with this blast of light. 32 to hit.
Oh yep, yeah, 32 hits.
Oh, 37 points of damage as you are.
Oh yeah, I wonder. Wait, should the right now, if Onyx was at full health, he would still be conscious. Should I?
Yeah, no, you're not.
Okay.
Your body hasn't even arrived in Valhalla yet. A god is just smacking you out of the way. So Zeus smacks you out of his range. You're still conscious in this realm. It's like you'll heal quickly in Valhalla, but you smash into the wall right next to the unconscious Heimdall, who you can just see is bleeding profusely and is charred. It looks like he's been badly electrocuted.
Okay.
But you are now kind of on the side of the wall just on the side of this mountain uh, with Heimdall, and that hurt, even though you're already dead. That hurt
Yeah.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah. And okay, I wonder is it Carmela's turn to do her thing now? What's gonna happen?
Well, because you went for Zeus and not for them, as the Valkyries swarm around, Guk is going to keep them at bay as they drive into that lightning, and yeah, the last thing you'll see is Onyx getting smacked away by Zeus, Kamala, as the two of you just ride the lightning into who knows where, as everything just around you flashes and goes bright like white. You sort of, it looks like you're passing through this rain of lightning of these yellow arcs, and you are taking into this tunnel that is not the Bifrost, but you are no longer in Valhalla, and Zeus is going to disappear with that lightning and a crack of thunder as the Valkyries swarm around, and they have escaped. And at this point, Alma's going to fly up to you, Onyx.
Yeah, and
Are you
yeah,
going
and
to
while
say
Alma's
yeah,
oh, what was that? What you
no,
said?
no, that Alma's flying up to you, but Guk and Kamala have escaped. It seems
Yeah.
like it's just the two of you now.
Yeah. Right now, Onyx will actually help Heimdall. He's gonna use his hand of healing, yeah, to bring him back up to consciousness, if that will help.
Absolutely. As you go and help Heimdall, he will come back to consciousness.
Yep,
And just-
using Yep, using the teachings of Freyja. Like, is it Freyja? That's the goddess name. Basically, healing true touch.
Yeah, you have studied Freya's magic, and you use that to get Heimdall awake again, and he would thank you, but it is there that as you are helping Heimdall, you and Alma will say to you, your friend has made a terrible, terrible choice.
Mm.
The gods are not going to let this one go. But I'm glad that you are here with me, Father. We will face them together.
It'll be quite. Well, it will sure be quite a time.
That it will. And with that, we leave Valhalla, as there are none of you alive anymore to actually interact there, and we are going to leave Onyx as we see him and Alma taking care of Heimdall and interacting with the gods, and seemingly against some other gods. As
Yeah, and oh, go ahead. Sorry, I was gonna make some commentary out of the actions. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I must say, I am impressed that the first two saves were nat 20s against Zeus's lightning and the bomb. Like, oh my gosh, that was quite impressive.
Yeah, Onyx has like been in Valhalla 10 minutes and he's made a very good impression. He's managed to dodge lightning bolts from a foreign god and heal up Heimdall. Like
Yep,
you're going to be very popular.
yeah, and attempt to at least attempt to punch this strange foreign god in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you hit him twice in the face. He just
Yeah, yeah. And the fact that I jumped in the air without the help of Valkyrie rings, jumped so high in the air.
yeah, you will definitely be honored in Valhalla, but perhaps we will find out more about that later down the line. But for now, I think that is going to be the last time we'll see Onyx for quite
Yes.
some time, and maybe we'll find out where Camilla has rushed off to with King Guk a little bit later on. But as you're passing through that tunnel of light, Camilla, as you're on the back of this bike and you feel yourself getting sort of to safety and no longer being chased, is there anything that you want to say to King Guk here, as you finally seem to have met your father under some of the strangest possible circumstances?
Well, so which realm are we going to now? And I guess you either didn't quite die to the giant, or maybe you're dead. We're just going to hell.
Well, we are kind of going to hell, but don't worry, I've got friends there. We're going to get you back to the material plane. We'll get you back to life, and I just hope your mother doesn't come to find us first. So you will see as the lightning fades, you will be basically still continuing along the side of a river, but you will be riding alongside the river Styx. And it is very confusing to Camilla's mind. She would not understand the differences of the planes that you are like traveling between, and it at this would be the first time that she's seeing any of this. So where you are going, she would have no idea, but maybe down the line you'll be able to piece some things together. But meta-wise, I think probably understand more. So we're just going to leave it there for now. As yeah, we are going to go back to Mikil and Gorm now, as you've woken up the next morning and prepared some of the troops to stay behind and secure the fortress, and others to march back with you back to Bradovic. It'll probably be a fairly short journey, but you know that you'll be able to meet up with the Jarl and the chieftain when you get back, and that is where the funeral will take place for those who have fallen. So at this point, yeah, your objective is pretty much to navigate the wilderness and overcome any obstacles that might be on your way back. But if you guys want to do like survival, perception, or athletics checks to do something in particular, please let me know and describe what this looks like for us. So survival would be to navigate. Perception would be to look out for dangers or anything, and athletics would just be to keep the troops marching at a good pace.
I will roll survival.
You'll have advantage because you came this way like not that long ago. You're in your own domain.
$21.
Okay, so as you guys make your way out of the fort, Gorm will take you past the frozen waterfall, as instead of climbing back down the mountain, you would go past this natural wonder, which I don't know why I said that because I can't find the art right this second.
It's the crystal one.
The crystal.
The one where it looks like a glacier, but made of crystal.
I mean, kind of. I'm not sure if I've shown art of it before. I do have it here somewhere, but I'm not sure. Everything's changed after the update. But yeah, what you would basically see is this a flowing river, but over the waterfall, like where you would expect to usually see rushing water, it would be crystallized and completely icy, frozen enough to climb as though it were midwinter, but it seems like not to melt at all. And Mikil, you could actually give me an Arcana or a history check to see if you know of any of the magical properties of this.
Yeah, that's gonna be an Arcana check. It's gonna be 27.
Okay, yeah, you would know that this material is actually quite valuable to get the ice out of this waterfall. It is called a specific kind of ice.
Black ice?
Not black ice. What is the one in Hammond's?
In Hammonds or
Is it like mythology related ice?
No. Well, yes, kind of, but it probably doesn't have the same name as the.
Okay.
Why? What do you think?
Oh no, I was trying to think of a connection. Yeah, since in the God of War games, they always mention a unique ice.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
forget
there's different. I mean, there's like the Fimbulwinter, like the Black Frost and stuff. Of I can't remember what it's called now. Black ice. No, black ice
Okay.
is a real thing. There is a thing that's like the ice of Fimbulwinter that is the coming of Ragnarok, but it's not that. This is
Oh, okay.
ice steel ore is what you can basically take if you want to try and harvest some of this. You can give a check with your mining tools if you have that, or just a survival check.
We are going back with the dwarves. Maybe they can help.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, that is a very good idea. You can give then you can give a persuasion or an intimidation check to try and convince them to mine out the waterfall. It is quite a dangerous place to mine. I will say there's a reason that they don't always mine here, because you mine too much, suddenly you're going to get washed away.
And now you got an army here to help.
Intimidation. It's gonna go horribly.
Oh
Yeah, we're
no!
correct.
Alright, time to do it myself.
Yeah, so you'll get a response from some of the dwarves just going, "Oh, you're fucking mad, lad. Listen, I know you had a good time grabbing that axe and all that, but we're just wee little dwarves. You chip away through that, you're going to get washed away in an instant. And quite frankly, I don't wish to meet that one's god. You know what I mean?" And gestures to Gorm, who you can also try and make a check.
It's not. It's better.
Yeah, you got a good persuasion.
Yeah, you're going to try and say anything to them, to convince.
Else. Well, we're not asking if you take the entire waterfall, from the edges, a little bit. Maybe it's not even worth it. Who knows? It is phenomenal, but maybe it's useless.
Well, all right, it does look quite magical. We'll take a wee bit. Come on, boys. Let's just chip a little off the edges, right? And a couple of the dwarves will swarm up and start pulling out their pickaxes and taking a few chunks, as you will get. Let's see, you can roll a d8 for me, Mikhail.
D8, okay.
At least 4 or more. I
Rolls
hope.
a 1. I know Mikhail's rolls. It's a 1.
It's a 1 on God. No, it's an 8.
No!
No.
Hey. Okay, so you're gonna get 8 pieces of is it cold steel or ice steel?
It was like ice steel ore. Ice steel ore.
Are you talking about cables crafting?
Oh,
Yeah, let's
okay.
ask.
No, it is. I have got the ice steel ore. Yeah, it is kibbles. I'll put it on your character sheet, Mikhail. But yeah, you guys can describe how you head off after that, if you spend some time harvesting some ice steel ore.
As they mine it, just open the bag and tell them drop it in. I'm not sure if it's even a good idea to touch it.
Yeah, it'll be a bit like carrying dry ice. That is sort of what it feels like. And the giant would actually also, as he's probably making his way back with you as well, say, "Oh, that is very nice material. We should take it back to the Frost Forge. We could make something really nice with
That we will. that we should. Right.
Pity the little tiefling won't live to see it. I would become quite fond of that one.
It is quite a shame, yeah. May Valhalla have a place for him? Before we march off, I'll say thank you in Dwarvish to the dwarves for well, helping grab the ice steel.
Aye, not to worry, lad. Look forward to seeing what you make with it. And they'll start puttering along, with everyone marching back towards the Bear Chasm at this point. And you would get there around 8 o'clock in the morning. There would be no more giant lizards around when you get here today, but yeah, you're not sure what happened to them. Might just be because it's earlier in the day.
Maybe they just left. They are intimidated by us and left.
Do you like to investigate it, or are you gonna walk on by?
Is that just a investigation roll?
Yeah.
Alright, fuck it, let's try.
Ooh,
Damn, 28.
yeah, Mikhail's rolls are good tonight. A majority of his rolls are
You've just
high.
jinxed it.
No,
My next 3 rolls are gonna be that ones, I'm calling it.
Well, this was a good time to get that crit. So as you go up and you look into the chasm, it seems quite uninteresting at first, but like after doing some mining today, and you've kind of got an eye out for ore and that kind of thing, you're going to see down at the bottom of the cavern, you will notice blobs of molten lava that seem to be rising up out of the cavern, like they are floating up into the air and floating towards the surface. But as they get higher and higher, they seem to cool and turn to rocks and eventually just fall back into the ground or like down into the chasm, where they splash into this sort of molten rock at the bottom. And with a nat 20, you and with the dwarves that are now kind of moving with you, you would be able to identify this as gravitite, which
that
is
sounds.
it's a
Oh,
very
God.
rare mineral that is found only on planets in binary star systems. It's this is the I think we may have spoken about it before at some point, but this is a material that can essentially affect the gravity itself. Like it can create its own gravitational forces.
Oh wait, what's it called again? Gravitite.
Gravitite, yeah.
Oh, okay, gravitite. Okay, yeah, adding that in my notes.
Sounds like a fucking thunder hammer.
You're dead. It won't help you.
Right, well, I
The
need that.
the dwarves, between you and the dwarves, I mean, this is like a fantasy material in this world kind of thing. This is like one of the ultimate things to be able to find, but you can usually only find it in like volcanoes or deep underground. But it seems to be like lifting itself out of the ground here, and then when it turns to rocks, it falls back down. And the dwarves would tell you that to catch these rocks and crack them before the core cools is the quickest way to get gravitite crystal and ore. This could be an incredible new find. Can't believe we haven't seen this before.
Alright, it's time for me to lose my life. but not
Yeah.
really. Um,
He's just looking down with Mikila just has guidance on him.
okay, I'm gonna trek down the Great Chasm using my cape. So I'm gonna Spider-Man. It's gonna be fucking risky, but unobtainium in right before my eyes. I need it.
Well, it's element 150 is what you're looking at.
Element
But-
150.
Yeah.
Zombie
Gravitite is
one.
a
Shit.
what?
It's the same element in Call of Duty that make the zombies.
What? Really?
115, yeah.
Well, that's kind of dumb because what element
Yeah.
115 is, it's the material that Bob Lazar said was in the craft he was working on at Area 51 and has since been actually synthesized, but it would only be naturally occurring in a binary star system, which is kind of the whole reason Urania has two suns, and it's a whole. I got very nerdy about this element, but to use this, you can basically make badass gravity weapons.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My gosh, so many findings.
This is
So
like
you would
a-
know that to
Mm.
harvest this, like you're able to get down there fairly easily, but to harvest it is going to take quite a lot of work, and to get enough of it to actually make stuff with, you're going to probably have to like set up a kind of operation down here. Like you know that the dwarves, the mine shaft that they usually work in has been collapsed and is in need of repair. So there's a lot of out of work dwarves that you can see right now are looking very excited at what you found. If you did
Okay,
want to
okay.
set up a mine or something here, it,
Oh yeah,
it could
definitely.
be a great.
Yeah. Now I can imagine. You're gonna use the ice steel ore to make a pickaxe to mine it, a Minecraft style.
Oh shit, he's
You-
not wrong. Ice steel pickaxes would be a great way to harvest this.
Yep,
Or,
like a diamond pickaxe harvesting obsidian in Minecraft.
oh, like actual mining, but yeah, okay. I suppose for now, I have my actually no, I have my sea axe, which is also frost. So, question is if it's gonna. I kind of want to try and harvest one crystal, like just as a marker to show that there's ore does exist in our territory. Like if we can get a stable supply from this, our economy could be booming, or just our fucking army.
Yeah, so as you climb down towards the bottom of this chasm, you'll see many of these like globules of lava that are floating up into the air. They seem to be kind of not like they're being like blasted out like an eruption kind of thing. They just seem to be floating upwards as though they're falling out of the ground, and as they cool, they become heavy and it turns around again. So what the dwarves are saying is that if you can get to the core of this thing like before it fully hardens again, you might be able to get some crystals as they seem to be deforming and reforming like right before your eyes. It's like what usually takes hundreds of years. You are seeing a process in a matter of minutes. So if you would like to try and collect one of these things, you can. Yeah, you can describe to me how you're going to try and catch one of these globules basically in the middle of this process. As yeah, with the spider climb that really helps, and the frost sword will give you advantage.
And
Okay.
you're guided.
And I'm guided. Okay.
So it's kind
Wait.
of up to you which skill you actually want to use to do this, but then you can describe how you utilizing that skill to decide what you're rolling.
I'd imagine the frost from the sea axe would probably induce some kind of thermal shock, which would make the globule like shatter. at least the outer crust. So what Mikkel will probably try and do is put his CX on, like try and quickly spot a weak spot in the globule, put his CX there, and then smash his hammer down like a hammer and chisel.
Okay. Yeah. So, now what skill do you think that would be?
Well, I want to say hammer, but on my smith's tools, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, your hammer is sort of part of the blacksmith's tools. You're using it for, you're not attacking.
That is true.
So yeah, you can make a check of blacksmith's tools. But
Okay.
you will have advantage.
And I'm
Yep,
guided.
and D4 from guidance.
Yeah. I swear to God, this is like, please. Okay, 28.
Oh, 28. Okay, perfect. That is going to get you a gravitite shard. I'm just trying to find what I did with that, but I will put it into your character sheet as soon as I find it. I thought I had it in the world, but apparently not. But yeah, you will basically, as you manage to catch this kind of now half frozen, half like half rock, you will notice it is a full crystal shard of this mineral that it hums with power. Like this is a material unlike anything you've worked with before, but you can tell that the potential is definitely definitely there.
I'm gonna make a Halo gravity hammer.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean exactly.
yeah, I can basically like every time you use it, you cast like a thunder wave of sorts.
True, or Thunder Hammer from Warhammer 40k.
I mean that is. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, damn it. Now I feel really bad. I wish Onyx was around.
That could actually be quite deadly. Imagine having a hammer that's like probably made of, I guess, well, yeah, some kind of alloy, and then on the hammer head, like, there's this.
Yeah.
It's gravitite and some kind of wall or glyph, I guess. And then once you hit something with that glyph, it activates the gravitite,
Yeah.
causing the gravitational pull.
Oh, it's almost making me think of well, this isn't similar, but do you know from Castlevania the Viking vampire from season 4, where he momentarily fought Alucard with the teleporting axe?
Teleporting axe. That's also interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll post a video. I'll send you it. Let me look up the video.
Yeah. I will
No,
start
what
ahead.
I've done with all the gravitite stuff. I thought I had imported loads of it, but I can't seem to find it right now. But yeah, I mean that is exactly what this stuff is for. That
Okay.
kind of thing. So yeah, you've got a shard for now. I will.
Okay, there you go.
I'll just make a separate item, but
So after admiring it for a bit, I'm gonna start heading up.
Oh,
so with that,
make
you
quite
guys.
a team, Mikkel.
So,
We need the rest.
Yeah, we do. Fucking dream team over here. What kind of weapon would you like, Gorm? I feel like you deserve a weapon.
Muffin?
A muffin?
I don't heard a muffin.
I asked what kind of weapon you'd like.
Oh, weapon.
Yeah.
I'm a hammer kind of guy, but anything one-handed and strength would work.
Anything that's one-handed and what?
Strength-based. Unless you
Strength.
somehow create wisdom-based weapon.
That could probably happen. I'm not sure.
We'll
I mean,
cross this bridge when
gravitite-based
we get there.
a gravitite-based weapon, you could try and incorporate some strange magics in that.
True.
Yeah. Like putting the symbols of the god Gormish within the weapon.
Noted.
Oh God, I honestly have no idea. I know I made gravitite items. I think I even made a gravitite hammer. Like, I don't know. They're probably all in Keegan, which is still broken. So for now, you can just add a custom item.
Well, it's quarter right. We can really probably do much with the shard. Just like a proof of concept that we can actually mine it.
Yeah. I've proved we can mine it, so now it's just setting up the operations. Although my method was kind of unorthodox.
That's the worst we figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'll probably just
Yep.
make a big ass gunmetal or some.
If it
shit.
works,
Yep.
If the humans
and
if the humans can do it, the dwarves are spiteful enough to do it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure flying the dwarves with ice steel pickaxes will definitely increase the production rate of it.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the shard as it'll look like a weapon. It can be used as a weapon if you want. So cool. So then you guys continue on as the dwarves all seem excited about this potential new project, and it does not take you much longer to get back to Browder.
Yep, that was a fruitful journey. I took over a fort and found some materials on the way.
it's like almost the end of Minecraft.
Congratulations. You've all finished Minecraft and you level up. That is level 6 when you get back.
Oh hell yeah.
6 or 7?
No, 7. It's 7.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah,
Time to
Yeah, I
level
think you
up.
got it confused because I
I'm-
mentioned I was a multi-class of level 1 barbarian, level 5 monk. Maybe that's got you a bit confused.
no, I legitimately thought you guys were all level 5. I thought that's why that was nearly a TPK. I was like, Jesus, I balanced this for level 6. But no, okay.
Nope. Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
Right now,
when did you hit level 6? Was that you were waiting for that level up, right? We didn't do that already when you got back.
yeah, we didn't do that. We got the half martial feat. No, while going to the where Torg was.
But I mean, how long have you been level 6?
Right now, I joined when you guys were level 6.
I think we've been level 6 for like 2 minor outings, 2 minor campaigns. What you want to call them, like
Well, it was the trip to take Torg, you were level 6 then.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
then it's level 7. You should be. I was just suddenly I thought maybe we'd already done the level up when you got back, but there was meant to be
no,
one intrigue and then you would level up. So there's still the potential trouble with the hags and the dragons and the people in the bay, but
Yep.
you do level up now. So also your new character will be level 7 when they arrive. So if you want to level them up.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Sweet.
But yeah, as we do the sort of the level up process, you guys are just arriving back in Broudevik, and all the armies are making their way through as you've safely returned without any more drama. And you would see that Camilla's mother would be heading back towards uh, towards the healer's hut and towards her own hut, as her and Ingrid would be talking about this ritual that she's planning to perform. And they would also be preparing for a funeral, which would happen in the next 5 days. So you guys have basically got 5 days of downtime before the funeral, and it is midday currently. You still have that note that you found in Onyx's horn, and yeah, you've got the axe to give back to the chief if you want to do that. But when you get back, the first thing you will actually see is the Goliath camp, and some of them would come out to congratulate you, and you would see that there is a large number of them around the chief's hut.
Well, it seems like they're already gathered, so might as well go deal with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, where are you going?
Chieftain's hut.
Okay. As you approach the chief's hut, you will see one of the Goliaths that is sitting outside will stand up and put a hand to your chest. He just says, "Well, I'm sorry, my friend. The chief is not seeing visitors. It is family only right now." Wait a second, is that? And he looks at the axe in your hands and looks like shocked. But you can feel there's quite a strange air around this. Like it feels like there's a sadness to the Goliaths that you can see.
Is the chieftain all right? And yes, it is. We got it from the trader.
Well, he will be happy to hear this, but he is not all right. I'm afraid he may not make it through the night.
Oh, that is terrible news.
Something happened?
He fell ill a few months ago. There was when the betrayer took our axe. He became very sick. It was like being away from the axe was hurting him. So we all thought that it had something to do with this, but after some time he started to look a bit better, and now he is fallen unconscious and he has not woken up. It has been like this ever since you left. And then last night something happened, and uh, perhaps you should come and have a look if you are the ones who collected the axe.
Yeah.
Before I go any further, can I cast Identify on the axe?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Let me find.
Hoping there isn't any. Well, it says uncanny energy, but that's us.
Okay, so you would, as you look at this axe, you would be able to tell that this is definitely a powerful item, and that it can sort of cast spells in a way. I'm sure you've got the item there. It can create glyphs, and can essentially cast the symbol spell, which is some high level magic.
Hmm.
But just checking. Yeah, so you would be able to tell that the item itself is not, it's not necessarily cursed, but you would know that this item has got strong ties to giant, what's the word, not technology, but it's like it's made by giants, this axe. And you would know that the same, the kind of bluish veins that were running up the arm of Volblade, as you are like being welcomed into the tent, you are kind of now expecting to see those same veins uh, on the chieftain, as this axe has definitely infected them with something, but it's not like a disease. It seems almost more like an iron poisoning or like a mercury poisoning, but it's like there's something on this axe is sort of rubbed off on them. But the way that you have felt it, like you've been carrying it this whole time, it hasn't had any effect like that on you. It Your skin hasn't turned blue, or like you seem to be fine so far.
Okay, that's
Man, give that axe to Gorm. if they'll let us keep it.
I guess we'll see. Okay. That's interesting news. After learning that, I'll head in with the others.
So as you head into the tent, you would see that there are some Goliaths that are sort of huddled around the bed, and you can see some of them have been crying, some of them are quite confused as to why you're entering. And when they see the axe, they would all take a step back from the bed, and they would all just quietly look at you, as the one who brought you in would just say, "You can go and see him. He has not spoken. We don't know. Perhaps it has something to do with the axe, but we are not medics, you know." And you would immediately see that his entire body seems to be covered in that same sort of bluish coloring. That it seems to not just be the veins that are stretched across it, but his actual skin and the hair seems to be turning blue.
Alright, well, I'm not good at leading or entering, so go on. I'll give you a pat on the back. Take lead.
You what?
You take lead.
Yeah, it matches what we saw on the trader. I'm not sure. It's probably a trait of the the end of the day settled on. But once they probably got like attuned or connected with the X, they can't live without it. So I think this is the X is his best option of survival. Should I just give him the X?
I suppose we could try that, yeah. Just put it in his hand and see what happens.
Okay. As you walk up and put the axe into his hands, you will feel the surge of energy as it touches his skin, and you will feel the body kind of wake up and grab onto the axe instinctively as the eyes shoot open, and you will see these like glowing blue eyes as it like sits up, and you'll see the tusks of the chief as he looks at you with this maddened look, and you've never understood a word he's said because he only speaks giant.
Oh, but Gorm does, I assume.
Yeah, Gorm does. But still, the chief looks at you, and Mikil and Gorm, I'd like please both make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh,
Wisdom
natural
saving
one.
throw?
okay.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. With disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh boy. 4.
Oh, okay. So as this creature gets up, he is going to grab both of you. As I mean, this dude's huge. Like his arm just reaches forward and pulls you both in. As the axe in the one hand, he just kind of scoops you up with the other arm, and he brings you right in close. So you both kind of pressed up against one of his tusks, and he is going to start speaking. And Gorm, you would recognize that it's not giant that he's speaking. Like he sounds like he's speaking.
I
some
don't speak
ancient-
giant.
Oh,
Yorman speaks giant.
it's the Yorma.
Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, I thought Gorm did as well. Yeah, you guys. It sounds like he's speaking some ancient giant language. And both of your eyes are going to glow as well, as you are going to both experience the shared memory of sitting on a throne in Jotunheim, as you will feel yourselves, both of you kind of feel this at the same time, but you feel yourself put the axe down onto the ground in front of you as you sit down on your throne, that same axe that we've been looking at, and you will feel the cold winds blowing across this mountainous throne room that overlooks the mountains of Jotunheim. And you get the feeling that this axe does not belong to the chief of this little nomadic Goliath tribe, but this axe is meant to belong to like a giant king. Like this is the axe of a real giant nobility, and for some reason it feels, as you are caught in this magic, it feels like that is you, that it is you that is destined for this position, to sit on this throne and wield this axe. And you hear the voice of that chief echoing around you in clear common, saying, "The burden is yours now. Look after my tribe, young." And with that, you're both brought back to reality, and the chief falls back dead on the bed as the axe just falls limply out of his hand.
Oh.
So, do you see that, Gorm?
I wish I didn't.
Seems like we aren't done with dealing with giants so far. Oh boy.
What are the Goliaths doing?
They
Yes.
are panicking. Like they have now swarmed the bed as he falls. He just kind of falls limp, and the axe clatters to the ground. You would see them swarming in, and some of them crying, but they are just reacting as you might expect, as their chief has died. It seems like it's not that much of a surprise to them. Like they've been trying to keep him healthy, but after seeing that display of power, um, the one that invited you in will rush over to you and ask you frantically, just, what was that? What did you do?
We gave him the axe and he showed us memories. Memories of a throne, memories of Jotunheim. And when he was done, he spoke to us and told us it was our turn.
You'll see one of the other Goliaths that is sort of kneeling at his bed, just overhearing this, turn around and say to you, "What? This is impossible. He could not have said this to you. You are puny little human, Kina." And the guy that brought you in just says, "But if they are the ones, I mean, they brought back the axe, didn't they?"
That we did. Unfortunately, I wish I could show you what your chieftain showed us, but you'll just have to believe our words. I wouldn't dare lie to you.
You don't understand. This, what you have seen, is a sight only given to the chief of our village. Is passed on from chieftain to chieftain. The wielder of this axe is meant to lead our tribe. If he has shown this to you, this means that you have been chosen. You'll see one or two of the Goliaths start arguing in Giant and leaving the tent. Some of them still focused on the chieftain.
Oh boy.
Yeah, agreed.
Ugh. So this has become a bigger headache. Okay. Well, I think we should let them, well, I guess, argue internally. Since the chieftain oh so selfishly put us on the throne. They might want to sort out the internal strifes, I guess, before we
As
send
long
back.
as they don't have to solve those things with us.
That is true. So I think we should take our leave for now.
You are just going to leave the axe? He seems like the guy that brought you in seems confused, like he's trying to follow the tradition. But as he's saying that, and you guys are sort of backing towards the entrance, you're going to see another figure walking into the tent, and it is Hrothgar, who is the war chief, essentially. That is, he commands the troops, and he would be walking in all the madness and confusion.
Oh boy.
What is going on here? I heard the chieftain. Dead.
You heard correctly.
Well, you two small folk should not be. Forgive me, you fight valiantly, but this is no place for your kind right now.
Unfortunately, your chieftain forced us to be here now.
You can make a persuasion check with advantage, because the other Goliath will back up your
Confirm.
story and just say, they have been shown the vision.
Okay.
The chieftain has chosen them. And he seems completely disbelieving of this, but yeah, persuading with advantage, either one of you.
Do you want to do it, Gorm? I have a -1.
Yeah, I will roll.
Yeah, Gorm is better. Will you cast guidance on yourself, Gorm, for this?
Persuasion.
You just picture it like looking, oh god. Uh,
Hell yeah.
18.
you see this look of rage on this guy's face as he seems to believe you, and he seems angered by it. As he says, "But this position was meant to be mine." And he looks down at the axe behind, and he says, "I don't care what stupid visions he showed you. Get out of this place. These are my people. That axe belongs to me."
Oh man, poor McKellen Gorm. They got caught up in all the drama.
Look, man, I'm tired. Okay, like if you can
Oh.
lift that axe and you can wield it for all I care, it's yours. Like, what do you think, Gorm?
We're not. We didn't ask for this. We just
You
brought
as
back
your
the axes we were asked, and then
exactly as your chieftain br- exhaled his final breath, he elected us as the new chieftains. He showed us his vision. But if you can grab the axe and you can wield it, be my guest. You can be the new chieftain.
"You two should go back to your people." And he kind of barges between the two of you, walking confidently up to the axe, and reaches down to pick it up off the ground. I'm gonna roll a real life. Okay, so as he picks up the axe, he like lifts it with complete confidence, and then you see him like looking down at it, and he's got his back to you, but you can hear it kind of shaking in his hand, and you hear him just grimacing as it sounds like he's saying something again to the chieftain in giant, like he's kind of questioning his decision. But you can already see as soon as he picks it up, you can see that that blue vein kind of stretching along his hands, and it gets all the way down to his elbow before he just turns around and growls at you, and he says, "I've got this. This is mine, and you are needed somewhere else. Get out of here."
Suits me.
Ooh.
well, as I said, we have no intentions on. We have no plans on leading this tribe or being its leaders. But those same veins you're showing, at this rate, you will not be leading them, your tribe, for too long.
you see him glaring back at you, and you don't even need an insight check. You can tell that he knows what you're saying is true, and you can see the corruption like spreading into his hand. But he just glares at you and he says, "Well, thank you for your advice, but you have done enough." And he just like he clenches onto the axe, not wanting to admit what he knows is true.
Alright, go on. Let's get out of here.
He'll just nod and follow Miguel out.
Alright, should we go to the Jarl's house now?
Go where?
To the longhouse.
Yeah.
As we're walking up, just like whisper, you know. I'm giving him 2 days at max. I think he'll fall dead.
Not sure how long the traitor held it, but
Aye, true,
You-
but for some
you won't
reason,
have- he will not be holding it for long.
that is true.
I- Yeah, I'll
But-
actually ask Jorund because he's with us. If he knows anything about this, if he maybe a way to reverse it.
True. But I
You see
sometimes
Yeoman being carried past on a stretcher. He's still completely unconscious. With
Not Jormund, Jorund.
Jorund.
yeah, he would be sitting on the rock by the yard as he to be eating some food that they've gotten since they got back, and most of the other troops have moved into the town as normal. I'll put you guys down the other side.
But I feel like the circumstances have changed since the trader's stealing the axe and getting elected as new. But I guess we'll see.
Ah, look who it is. The only survivors. Welcome.
That's kind of grim.
Would you like some food? Sure know how to cook here in Browderwick.
We'll eat soon enough. There are other matters.
Yeah. So Jorun, how much do you know about the Goliath King and the was it Jotunheim, a place in Jotunheim?
Well, I don't know of any Goliath king, but there are many noble giants in Jotunheim. Many of them are very old. I haven't been there in a long time, so I can't say for sure. It was never really my favorite place, if I'm honest. Too many politics for my liking, and strange rituals.
That's
If you'll believe it, I'm actually one of the small ones out there.
that's very terrifying. So yeah. So the Goliath chieftain in our little town of Broderick just died, and he I'm not even sure how to describe it. He attuned us to the axe of Goliath chieftains, and we're kind of like we don't really want to deal with the politics of Goliaths. So we're wondering if you know if there's any like way of, I guess, undoing giant or Goliath magic.
Tell you what, you can roll me a history check with advantage from Jorund, as as he thinks back on what he knows about Goliaths and the history, because they are like half giants essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, damn.
25.
See, Mikkel.
Okay, so yeah, he would say you knowing a lot about axes and like legendary axes would probably have some of this information that would click together with what he's saying now, but he would say, well, I think if they are one of those tribes, there is a chance that they were realms wardens. Many of the Goliath tribes that were first sent out, some of them came from Bazir, where we fought dragons, and others were sent into Mordia to keep a watch over the land, make sure that dragons weren't getting in the way when giants couldn't intervene. It is a possibility that their tribe was one of these realms warden tribes that were sent to protect a certain area, and if so, they would have been given an axe from Jotunheim to signify that they are true giant kin. If this is true, that he has given you such an honor, I suspect it has more to do with some ancient giant prophecies than it does any political. I don't know. I don't think they think about who's getting elected, if you know what I mean. It is probably some vision that he had saying that you were the one who deserved it. Not surprising if you were the one who killed him. The man holding the axe, I mean, not the chief. I'm not the. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to spread that rumor.
Oh boy. What do you think, Yeoman? Oh, Gorm, sorry. Yeoman is in a coma.
Let's begin recreate the prophecy. We're fucked.
We're fucked. That's good to know. So I guess the only way to save our own skin would be to best the war chief in battle, I guess. Time to fuck his shit up.
Well, if the other one is trying to lay claim and the axe has been granted to you, he will not be able to use it. A thief will be burned by cold fire. There is. Those are not the kinds of axes you want to steal.
I see. And you wouldn't know how long that process took or will take.
Depends on the worthiness of the wielder. Sometimes when it is, a prince or something that takes it a little early, it's not too bad. But a thief, I mean, if that Goliath that we just fought stole it from them in the first place, he lasted at least a couple of months. And that isn't even what killed him.
So for unlucky, it could take him a long while to get retribution from the axe. Okay.
But if the chieftain was also having those blue veins, so he was also not the chosen one.
Or maybe it was because he was his axe was taken away. Like maybe I should wait. Huh.
Well, Kieran sort of leans down, so his head is kind of like in front of the two of you as he tries to whisper, but it's still pretty obvious. I think he says, well, don't let any of the others know I said this, but I'm not entirely sure that Chief was a giant or a Goliath. I mean, didn't he look a little more like a troll or something to you?
I see.
I'm just saying, maybe he wasn't the first person to hold that axe.
That's a fair assumption, right? Well, what do you think, Gorm? Do you just want to ignore the problem and let the storm pass over until he either falls or dies due to this cursed axe, I suppose? Or should we deal with him?
Like, what do you mean deal with him?
Show him his place, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think the rest of the Goliaths will see. He's too kind that human leads them.
That is true. Man, I wish Catchester was in our party. She could have taken the axe and...
Or Yormund.
Or Yeoman, for that matter. Why is he in a coma?
Fucking Yormund.
and out of and out of character, if Onyx somehow was still alive and defeated the giant, he would actually really gladly take up the position and take responsibility. So it's quite a struggle for you two characters. You guys don't want the responsibility, but no.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like the weapon, but like, I don't want a position that comes with it.
Yeah,
Also,
that's what I mean.
al-
The responsibility.
Also, like, none of us are giants or Goliaths, for that matter. Like, and they seem to be quite outsider or quite racist, to be honest, in terms of
I
who
will
the
also
chieftain
point
is.
out in that vision that you saw, you were not, it didn't, like, it felt like a giant in a giant's castle. It
Yeah.
didn't necessarily feel like a Goliath. It didn't feel like anything in Mordia. You felt far more powerful. You get the impression that in that vision, you had the perspective of a full-grown giant.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess we can brood on that. Maybe once Yeoman wakes up from his coma, we can ask him what he wants to do.
Maybe they'll be more accepting of his giant blood, whatever makes him go big.
True. Alright. Thank you for your time, Jorund.
Well, just let me know if you need anything. I would be happy to try and get down to the bottom of this. Maybe if we can get back to my forge, you would be able to learn more about what the giants intended of all of you.
Yes. So every time we go out and come back, there's just more questions than answers.
Truly paradoxical.
Well, perhaps we have to go out somewhere that will have the answers instead.
Think the forge is the answers?
I think it would have a lot of answers for me personally, but if giants are part of your mystery, then yes, I believe there are things there that could be, I don't know, could be well known to the locals, but it seems they have been forgotten here for a long time.
suppose that's our next stop then. As we promised. Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll get the answers there.
So this week, 1 week break. Sorry, 5 work days.
Yeah, before we're out again. Which means that time is of the essence. So I think we should go to the Jarl now. Try and get
Yeah.
all this political stuff sorted. Thank you for your time, Jorund. We'll see you around.
We'll see you. Yeah, so you know there is the rune to activate the bridge where you are.
Yeah. Just the cantrip, I believe. Yeah, that's mending. That starts the bridge.
Yeah, I mean it is there.
Yeah. But there's an actual effect.
No, afraid not on that one. I will make
Oh,
one eventually.
all
I'm gonna
good.
run over.
Yeah, you will see here that a couple of the bodies have been lain out, and I suppose Camilla wouldn't be there actually; she'd be with him. But you would see that they are already preparing the bodies and getting ready to build like a funeral pyre. They're probably not going to use a whole ship. You guys didn't actually lose that many soldiers, but yeah, they are preparing a proper funeral that will be in a few days. And a couple of other soldiers are heading up to the longhouse as the sun is beginning to set.
Yeah. Probably join them.
Good
Can
idea.
both give me perception checks as you head over to the longhouse. And Camilla, can you please give me a religion check? This is more for your mom than for Camilla herself, but it's a straight religion check. Okay, so as Gorm and Mikil start making their way over the bridge, you would, I mean, like where you are now, you guys can roleplay beforehand, but when you get to Ingrid and Victoria, you would overhear them arguing about the specifics of the ritual that she wants to perform.
Gorm just looks at Carmilla's body and then up at Victoria and his mother. Everything okay?
Gorm, please would you tell Victoria that the poor girl does not want to come back. She's probably made it to Valhalla by now, and she has died with honor. I don't understand why you would want to undo that, Victoria. Victoria just responds with, "Stay out of this, Camilla. I mean, stay out of this, Ingrid. This is my daughter. This is an elven matter, and the deals I have made go back longer than any of you have been alive."
Can I make a check of some sort of like maybe figure out what ritual she means if I know anything about such a thing?
Yeah, you could make a religion, arcana, or insight check.
Let's go with the religion.
Actually, you'll have advantage because of the kind of ritual this is.
20.
So you, being a blood hunter, would know that this is a blood ritual that she seems to be preparing, and it seems like she's holding a scroll that seems to have some infernal letters written on it, and they seem to be written in blood. It seems like the scroll seems to be a pact scroll, but it seems like a ritual to bring Camilla back to life. It's like a resurrection kind of ritual, but it seems like dark magic, the elven magic that the gods would not approve of. And one of the reasons that the elves and the gods, or that there have been wars in the past over this kind of magic that the elves have access to. But it's the first time you'd be seeing it in person.
It's not a traditional way to bring her back, but whatever being you made a deal with would hopefully do its part. Again, I'm not in liberty to order you.
This is not strictly the first time that Camilla has died. As I'm sure you've all noticed, she was not the same as the rest of you. And I have made certain deals to ensure that she was to stay alive and to stay safe. And clearly, those deals have been broken. I know that she fought valiantly, and I am proud of her for that. But, oh, if her father has anything to say about it, she's not going to stay here for long. And I'm not going to allow her to just waste away because of some oafish Goliath that thought he could take control of Browdovik or whatever he thought he was going to do. Please, just let us deal with this. And I will be in your debt if you do not get in my way. And you would both know that she's, I think, the only other elf in the town. So you would know that she's one of the few people that would probably be able to translate that note from Onyx's horn.
I believe it's the third time I'm saying it, but uh, your daughter and your deal, not who am I to come between the two?
You can roll another persuasion check, but this time it's against your mom because she is the one who's like she's trying to ask you to convince her not to do this, to let her rest in Valhalla. But yeah, you seem to be more on Victoria's side at this. Ingrid looks at you sort of pleadingly, but then when you say that, she kind of hangs her head in acceptance. She says, I suppose you're right. If it was my Gorn, I probably would go to even greater lengths. I am sorry, Victoria. I will be here to help you if you need it. Just be careful, please.
I'll continue walking.
Ingrid will go with you. And Victoria would take command back towards them. Under the red tree. As night falls, the people of Bradovik crowd back into their longhouses, and the feast begins in celebration. As you see, when you are arriving, there's already people drinking and eating and dancing and celebrating as they have returned victorious. But you'll see the Jarl standing there waiting to greet you, and yeah, very happy that you guys are home, safe, at least most of you.
We have returned.
That we have.
I just felt like I had to say something.
Yeah, the whole tavern erupts into cheers as the two of you walk in, and you are hailed as heroes as Jarl Nicholas beckons you over. He says, "Come, drink some mead, and tell me what happened. I am eager to hear of your battles."
I'll grab a mug as I continue walking towards like the center of the room.
I will go with.
Okay, I haven't quite fixed the interior map, so we'll just stay here for now.
It's fine.
So yeah, as you join the Jarl, his wife would say, almost in a sort of smug way, she would say to you, "I'm so sorry to hear about your friends that didn't make it. I'm sure they fought bravely."
They have Goliath and his allies were not easy opponents. Should have probably maybe kept our training a bit up, or maybe not underestimated them as much. But they were brought to their knees.
Well, I say you've done well. I think we will make great use of that fort. Quite honestly, I had thought it was completely in disrepair. Maybe those Goliaths did us a little favor by getting it up and running again.
Well, we did manage to break in without damaging it. Me and Mikhail made sure, well, held off their siege weapons, while the rest went for the longhouse.
Oh yeah, that was fun. The amount of grease everywhere, people slipping, people was it slipping into fires? God, it's
That's
priceless.
what I like to hear. Well, I'm glad you didn't burn the place down. I think we'll be able to station many of our troops there, build our armies when it comes time to face the hags or the dragons. we've been plotting against both of them. We think perhaps we may be able to hold our own, especially after what you guys have been able to do out there. But don't worry about that now. Please eat, drink, and we will talk more of this over the next week or so. We should decide quickly where to act, but you two know these enemies better than anyone. So perhaps we will reconvene tomorrow during the week, and hopefully your young Yormund can join us as well. I heard he's in a bad way.
Yeah, big guy with a big concussion.
Big brain injury.
Yeah, a lot of things to discuss. But tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So with that, the Jarl would offer a toast to those who have fallen, but he saves his for the funeral as a you guys go back to maybe a more solemn um but still a celebration as the two of you sitting at the table. And from this point we'll go into the next sort of 5 days of downtime, which is sort of
Oh, we all.
the time that everything else will take to resolve. Sorry to the two of you who died. There's obviously not much to do until your character can get back in, but we're trying to get there. So yeah, you guys, the Mikkel and Gorm have essentially you've got the rest of the night to celebrate and whatnot, and then the next 5 days to do whatever it is you want to do as downtime, as preparation for the next intrigue, whatever.
Okay.
I think if we are going, the next intrigue should be the hex. I
Yeah.
think the dragons are not. Well, they are dangerous, but not an immediate threat.
Yeah.
It's not
I think
the hex.
I think our two focus points should be, the hags and then the gravitate ore. Trying to see if we're gonna get some stable supply set up.
Cool.
Doing in the full map so you can remember who is where, because the mountain fortress has been defeated. I'll do this one.
Although,
And I'll get to the some of your troops have also increased their experience, so I'll try and fix that by next session.
okay.
Yeah, all good.
Sorry to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to go now. It's time.
And we are going to end in like 25 minutes if you want to try.
Uh, I just need to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's kind
it
of
has
annoying.
been 3 hours past.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. It's just
Well, I think I'm like thinking like working towards getting the intrigue ready for the hags, like
Yeah,
to march on them, and Mikkel is working on setting up like an outpost or something
yeah, by
where the
the
mine is.
Gravetide.
okay, cool. So yeah, we'll say over the next 5 days, you guys are working on that, and we can get back to the specifics next session.
Okay.
Then um, we're gonna we can wrap things up here for you as within those next 5 days. I will say, does during that time, do either of you get that note translated?
So I'll go to Victoria and talk to her about it. If she owes me a favor.
Yeah, yeah, and how you found it in Onyx's horn, bighorn.
Yeah, and her ritual that she is doing would actually take the full 5 days, as you would see her sitting underneath that tree with the red leaves for 5 days with Camilla's body, as she would be doing this ritual and uh, trying to bring her back. As when you go to talk to her, she would gladly translate that note, and you guys can see the note in the journal section, I believe.
Note
It
of
should be
love and
called,
hope.
yeah, that's all.
Oh man, oh man, that I see the title and oh man, you're making me emotional now. Damn.
Well, yeah, I'll read it out loud. As oh, actually, Onyx, do you want to read it out loud for us? As this would be a letter to him from Kira.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can do this. I'll try to do my best. Female voice if possible. As I write these words, my heart aches with the weight of our parting. But hope still flickers within me like the flame of a candle in the darkness night. Though the seas may separate us and time may seem an endless expanse, know that you are ever in my thoughts, my dreams, and my prayers. Enclosed within this note, you'll find a map, a guide to the path that leads to our elven domain in the far north. It is a place where the winds whisper secret of ancient forests, and the stars dance in the night sky like diamonds strewn across velvet. There, amidst the splendor of our ancestral home, I long to stand by your side once more. Kara, my love, my heart yearns for the day when fate shall weave our destinies together anew. Until then, hold fast to hope and know that I await your return. With open arms and a heart full of love, with all my affection, Kira.
And you will also see on the other side of this note a map which totally doesn't look like a screenshot. But you would see a map directing you to the far north to a place called Bordavet.
Onyx walked a lot.
That he did.
Wait a second.
Hmm.
Onyx was
Oh,
Onyx was secretly an elf working for Santa Claus. Just look at the picture.
I wonder, Gordon, would you ask Victoria if she knows about this elven realm?
I just asked her to translate it. She says anything about it, she says, but I don't even think we're heading there now, so I wouldn't think to ask her.
Okay.
Yeah, she would seem kind of confused. She doesn't know who Kara is, so she should just say, she'll just tell you that, and then go back to the ritual, as she seems very focused on this. And you would see at this point that she has sacrificed several animals, like one each day, and has been like pouring the blood into Camilla's mouth. It's like it's a horrific ritual that you're walking in on. It definitely doesn't look like the sort of elvish, the graceful sort of style that one might expect. This is some dark magic that she is tapping into. And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't want to keep you too long, Mikhail, so we'll get to that, to the resolution of her ritual in a little bit. But as that fifth day arrives, there will be a funeral in the early morning, as the people of Bradovik will gather to pay their respects and bid farewell to those who fell in battle, including Onyx and Carmilla, although she is not there to be placed upon the pyre. But they come, and there are many of the NPCs of the town that come through and offer their respects to those who sacrificed their lives in the fight to reclaim that mountain fortress. As the shores of Bradovik are adorned with torches and banners casting flickering shadows over the somber gathering, the air is heavy with sorrow, and Jan Niklas leads the people to come together and honor the fallen as he steps out over everyone and this sort of unlit pyre with all the bodies that are being placed upon it, adorned with weapons, armor, and symbols of their valor. He gathers everyone around, and yeah, are you guys going to participate in lighting the fire? Yeah, as a couple of the fallen warriors' family members start lighting torches and approaching the pyre.
We'll light the torch.
I will also lay a torch for the fallen.
As you approach, the mournful sounds of horns and the rhythmic beat of drums will accompany this solemn ceremony as the music echoes across the fjords and the flames begin to consume these pyres. As Jan Niklas walks out and says, "We gather here today to honor the brave souls who gave everything to defend our home. Their courage and sacrifice will never be forgotten. May they live long, fight hard, and drink well in the halls of Valhalla." And the crowd will all be getting involved. Some of the other NPCs will also give small eulogies. But is there anything that you guys would want to say about Onyx or Carmilla?
Trying to think. At Camilla's, I guess, bonfire. Oh well, to Camilla, Mikkel would say, "I'll miss you and Yeoman bickering like an old married couple."
Yeah, say Onyx. Might have died as a great warrior, but still died fairly early. My taste. He had a lot more to prove, to show, teach. May I meet you again once when the time is right?
Right. Yeah, as you said, the pyres are consumed by flames, and Onyx is finally put to rest. But as this is happening, as these flames grow and the smoke plumes into the air, you will notice a bright light coming from the other side of Broudevik, around where Victoria was doing her ritual, and you will notice the tree that is in the middle of Broudevik is going to light up, and you'll see it looks like the doorway starts opening as the wind starts blowing like mad, and you will see a second light coming from the ritual behind the tree. Let me put that map on it. As stepping out of the tree, there are going to be several figures, but you will see kind of stepping out of this light. There's not many people standing around to watch this, as you guys are kind of down by the harbor. But as this is happening, a couple of people are going to rush up there. Some of them were already going to the tavern to get a drink, but some of them are thinking that they are under attack. And out from the tree is going to step an elven woman, followed by a small retinue of other elves. And
Oh no!
What?
you see a red-headed elven woman step out. Some of you would recognize her from the battle. You would have seen Onyx fighting face to face with her moments before he died. And would you like to describe who was walking out of the tree after her?
Ah, oh, okay, yeah. You see next to her would be a bit of a smug-looking elf, quite short. He's around 5 foot 8 inches tall, and you know he would have this white hair and regal robes that you see around him, kind of looking around in curiosity and a bit of worry.
Another elf would step out from behind you, tall and like built like a brick shit house. She's I didn't have time to make all the tokens, but she would just slap you on the back and say, "So this is Broadway. I thought it would be bigger."
Oh, is that his sister slapping him on the back?
And no, it is just one of
Oh,
Lady
okay.
Kira's bodyguards. We'll
Oh,
discuss
okay.
your backstory later. But this just seems to be one of the bodyguards. There's a whole retinue of elves walking out here. You come here in force, but Lady Kira seems focused on the pyres. As the rest of you, well, as Mikkel and Gorm, as you guys see them arriving, are you going to do anything? As it seems like a couple of the guys from Broudevik are going to defend against these elves, who there's a bit of a standoff between them at the moment.
I should probably intervene.
Okay. Are you gonna
We
say
did
anything, or you
see
just
we did see the traitor turn one of his dead warriors to her.
yes, one turned into her. It seemed like a younger version of her. She didn't seem quite as regal and well armored. This woman looks like she could be nobility. And you did see them also turn one of the other fighters into Oder, who knocked
Yeah.
out Yormund.
Yeah, I'll stand between like the gathering people of Broderick and the elves. It's nice to see the real you, I guess.
Huh.
He'll talk to a woman.
The real me? Oh, I suppose that must mean you met my husband.
I have, yes. He passed away recently. We fought not far from here, and he died in battle. The one of the Goliaths we fought used an illusion, and a younger version of you appeared and started attacking him. But didn't know you were his wife.
I was worried something had happened to him. If that is true, then there is much we have to discuss. Would you allow my people to take up refuge here and mourn the loss of an old friend?
I'll motion towards the Jarl. I'm not the shot caller in our humble village, but as long as you don't show any hostility, I don't think that will be a problem.
Thank you. I will speak with him. Trymere, shall we? And as she turns to look at you, Trymere, there is this crack of lightning that it sounds like it hit the tree right behind you that you've just come through. And
Oh.
all the elves and all of the people just quickly turn to look in that direction. But what you will see is a large spike of red lightning that is, it didn't hit this tree, it hit the tree behind where Victoria is sitting, and there is this streak of red lightning up into the sky, and it doesn't seem to be dissipating. It just seems like there's this arc going into the sky. As Camilla, on the other side, on the back of your dad's bike, he is going to shout to you. He says, "Okay, I think we're here. Look, tell your mother I'm sorry, and I won't let it happen again. Okay? When you have the time, come to Thaga. We'll see you there, I promise."
Okay.
So as you're riding, you'll see those streaks of lightning from Zeus's gates. That as you're passing through them, Guk is going to try and grab you, Camilla, and throw you off of that into the river, like into the lightning and the river of like blood and souls that you were riding alongside.
Is
Are you
that
gonna do
safe?
anything? Are you saying anything or resisting him at all?
I'm just like, is that safe? Hmm?
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
You already did, I think.
Exactly. So as he flings you into the lightning, you are going to feel yourself like hit the water and the lightning at the same time as you splash through this blood, and it is just it's chaos what you actually experience. It's like you're seeing all different colors at the same time that eventually just become this bright white light, and as you see that, the rest of you are going to see Camilla's body just surge like she's just been hit with a defibrillator. You know what it is, and um, her just this splash of blood is going to come out of all of her wounds, but actually it reaches out like tendrils to grab onto the severed head and like pull it back onto the body and start knitting itself closed. As Carmilla, you come back to health and your body starts to regenerate up to full hit points. But you are under this tree being zapped by this lightning, and your mother's eyes are rolled back in her head as she is doing this blood ritual, and the rest of the town, these new elves, are all just staring at you in horror as you are coming back.
Can just have a normal week, can we?
Yeah, Trimer's like, what in the blazes? What is going on there?
I want to say that it's nothing to worry about, and I'll stick by it.
Well, okay. That's all how you put it.
Victoria looks down at you, Camilla, and just says, "Is that you?"
I am the master of my own destiny. I've returned from the dead. Come back, mother.
You see it just take a few stuttered breaths, and then, unable to even speak, she just grabs you and pulls you in close as you hear her crying on your shoulder. This is probably more emotion than you've heard from your mother in a long time, but she seems very relieved to have you back. And Lady Kira turns to Gorm and says, "Well, yes, perhaps let's go and meet that Jarl." I think it's moving to end tonight's session.
Right.
Perfect.
So, so DM, you mentioned so